open up to just
Hey everybody, we're
muttering
here. We're live. It's
This is horrendous. What have we done?
I have no idea. How is everybody doing? Good, I assume.
We're live.
Hey, look, it's Cabral.
I'm a person.
And there's
This guy
Nonopolis.
here you forgot existed. Yep.
She's a person.
He's been gone for so long that we actually took him off the title card. Wait, no. We actually, for some reason, I accidentally brought up the old title card, which is actually appropriate.
I'm looking at the old title card right now, Duhad,
Right.
so you're wrong about that.
Right, no, I turned on the old title card, so we do have the right person. It is
So,
the one
good thing
with
we
the
have
ball.
this title card.
Yes, good thing
Alright.
I kept this in backup.
Yay!
Can you go on the live stream? Because right now it says we're disconnected from the chat. I'm not sure if that means we're also
I'm on
disconnected
the
from
live stream, and I'm seeing the chat, and I'm seeing the stream, so
Okay,
I don't know
well,
what the
oh, there he
problem
goes.
is,
It's
but-
working now!
I see
Oh
that.
my god!
Christmas.
It's so pretty. So,
Beautiful.
Everything.
Nonopolis,
Mm-hmm.
No.
Cabral.
Me.
I am going to tell you something. I recently learned something kind of in that I came up with a theory while
dear.
talking with someone in the comments sections of a video of the Twilight Sparkle Secret Shipfic Folder LP that we did with that I did with Sage and Roz and Pad. And someone was asking about flavor text on various cards, and in particular, want to know if they get a transcription of the Trixie card.
Wait, what are we talking about?
It is a card game, a fan-made card game that is very fun and very funny. But anyway,
Oh,
it's
fan-made
real.
card
It's
game.
largely
Okay, we're talking about cards. All right.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I thought you
largely
were talking about the actual one.
no. This is the Twilight Sparkle Secret Shipfic Folder card game.
That sounds like a fan-made thing, actually.
It is a very well-made fan-made thing.
Okay, then. This is like the Dragon Ball Z card
Yay,
game?
fans!
Anything like that.
No, it's not. It's like a board
I can't
card
look
game
up today.
thing. It's
Maybe I
primarily it's free online, but you can also buy
okay.
the physical cards at conventions and stuff. They're very well done. Like they all have individual art hand drawn by members of the team. So there's like several hundred pictures custom drawn for this game, and every single one has like its own flavor text that's like written from like fake
I think you
jokes.
say its own flavor. This is a raspberry card. This one's vanilla.
No. It's actually, there's a kind of fun thing where the whole premise of the game is that you're helping Twilight write her horrible fan fictions.
Chips? Okay.
Yeah, and,
okay. I think I see how this works now.
Yeah, and so each card has like a snippet from one of Twilight's awful fan fictions.
Mm-hmm.
And so the guy in the comment wanted to know what the Trixie card was, because apparently he's a big fan of Trixie, and he's a big fan of Twixie, or Twill. I don't even know what
Was
it's called.
this or was this not the Sithisto from Equestria Daily?
It was
or
not.
is that his name?
No, it's not the Sithisto. It was like
What is
Shaun
his bloody name?
Shaun of Darkness, I think.
Shaun of Darkness.
Shaun full of Darkness. It's something in that
That's
vein. I forget the
glorious.
actual spelling. I'm bad with names. Point is,
How do you remember my name then?
took a while. Anyway, point is, they wanted to know what if the card was like supporting their ship or something. So I read it and was like, no, okay, it seems to be kind of more, kind of implying like a ship thing with Fim and Flam. And he's like, oh, that's dumb. That don't make no sense. I'm like, okay, well, now that I'm thinking about it, not so much from the shipping thing, but like thinking about the two characters, it suddenly struck me something that had never really clicked before. See, for
Can
a
I
while.
just derail this quickly for 2 seconds?
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
You guys have Twix in the United States, do you?
Yes,
Twitch
yes.
Is that a
yes.
thing?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
we also
Because
have
every time someone says Twixie, that's the first thing I think of, and I'm like, do they have that in the US?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
it is. I think
Continue.
I think in a lot of times, like cute little fan names and stuff will connect to actual real world products. So
Yeah. See, whenever I think of it for some reason, though, I think of Pixie Sticks. I don't know why.
that's a little strange, but okay. Anyway, point is that when I was thinking about it, I've always been a proponent of the idea that there are a number of characters, of like kind of antagonist characters that are obviously kind of meant to be sort of like the negative versions of the protagonist. Like Trixie is in a lot of ways.
Anti-Twilight.
Yeah, like she's anti-Twilight. Like she cuts corners where Twilight works hard. She's
Celestia is
boastive and abrasive where Twilight is friendly and blah blah blah. I mean, basically, she's kind of meant to be the "Hey kids, this is how you don't behave" character. And obviously, Fim and Flam are that for Applejack. You know, they cut corners. They use their fancy pants machine and they cheat in order to win. But their cheating kind of kicks them in the butt. And as I was kind of going into that, with him, it suddenly struck me that there is a really, really weird and really, really close parallel between both those characters. Think about it like this. Season 1,
okay,
we get an episode with Trixie. We had the introduction episode with Trixie, in which she uses trickery.
Trixery? Am I?
But she uses tricks to in order to try and fool, in order to fool people into believing that she can do something that she really can't, and then her, lies end up coming to bite her in the butt when they are revealed, and she runs out of town. And she's kind of revealed by Twilight. Mm-hmm. Season 2, Fim and Flam are introduced, and beat Applejack at her own game using a very powerful tool, but when they get desperate, that tool backfires and ends up, ruining their own plan by, working badly when Applejack's honest, hard work style, behavior ends up beating what they were trying to do with cheats and corner cutting.
Though if they stayed at the rate they were going at, it would have been all right.
Yeah. But the point is, if they'd done it without the intervention of the other characters, it would have been probably they would have been fine. However, the point of the episode is meant to be more along the lines of they were using trickery and not creating a high-quality product because of it. Like, that's the moral you're supposed to take away, even if it's debatable if that actually is what was going on.
You can keep talking, I'll be right back.
Yeah, alright. So anyway, Season 3. Trixie is reintroduced using a powerful tool to cut corners and beat Twilight at her own game until her own, tool backfires on her when she gets desperate and tries to, has it taken away, and is beaten by Twilight because of that. Season 4. Fim and Flem come back, this time using trickery, to try and convince people they can do something that they can't until their lies are revealed by Applejack, and they end up losing because they, can't actually pull off what they said they could pull off. It is literally Season 1, Trixie, Season 2, Fim and Flam, Season 3, Trixie, Season 4, Fim and Flam. Then, in revert, they just literally pull the exact same move as the other one, just in reverse.
I'm totally following this, and you're totally right. They did that. I didn't notice, but you're right.
It's this weird thing. I totally didn't even realize it myself until I was kind of just listening off to this guy, and then just suddenly struck me. Despite all the individual details being changed, it is the exact same story. The two characters literally have in both their appearances, are doing the exact same thing as the reverse order version of the other character.
I'm back.
To the point where the episode structures are almost identical. Again, just in reverse order.
Silly ponies.
Yeah, which is really weird. It's really weird because again, it was something where it was really blatant and obvious. It would just be oh, whatever, it's formulaic television.
Well, yeah, it is.
Okay, yes, it is. But the point is, it was they never had those episodes in the same season. There's always a 2-year gap, a leap year gap in between each of the the appearances. And it's almost unrecognizable until you try and think about them paired up against each other, and then it's suddenly just what? What even is what?
Yeah.
It's really weird. I'm wondering now if we're gonna get I don't know, Slurry, whatever her name was, and Gilda returning, playing off the reverse versions of one another's.
I want to see more Gilda, actually.
More
Not enough Griffin in the show. Need more Griffin.
We need a Griffin War. I
And
think that's
bloody
what we
sea
really
ponies!
need.
Someone give us some sea ponies now. We've waited
Well,
long
now
enough.
that it's on Discovery Family, I think the Discovery Channel itself, they do a lot of ocean-related things, so we're obviously going to have to get sea ponies or something.
That logic is unassailable.
Yeah, I
do
know,
we have
right?
like evil sea ponies?
Shoopity.
Well,
the movie?
The newest movie. Has anyone here seen the newest movie? Can we
No,
spoil
but
that?
I have the basic
I
outline
haven't
of
watched it yet.
But
How have you not watched? I've seen it. I got the songs on my computer. They were catchy.
it's not like legal.
But they did a book with sea ponies, so I want to have sea ponies.
Oh yeah, they did have them in the
true.
comics as well. They
Yeah.
were a major plot point in the pirate arc, in the Pirate Cliffhanger.
Okay, everyone bang your fists. Sea ponies.
Sea
Sea
ponies.
Jeez. I bet Hatch was listening on this live stream right now.
Oh man, the sea pony love is through the roof.
I
All
bloody
six
love
of us
sea
here.
ponies.
So, I got some PS1 games I want to play. I don't know which ones I should choose from. I got Final Fantasy VII over here I've never played. Brand new in box.
Oh
Oh
man.
no, we had an entire discussion about how bad Final Fantasy VII is. Play it.
Okay.
Also, go watch that episode when we're done.
Yes.
Um,
Fun follow up to that one actually. Final Fantasy 13 for the PC has been released, and it is horrible. Apparently, it is borderline unplayable. Like they screwed up the transition. They do not let you
It wasn't
change.
meant for the computer.
Well, yeah, I know, but like the thing is, they ported it across, but they changed nothing. Like they didn't add in resolution settings. They didn't really fix the controls. Like the whole thing is borderline, just terrible.
Let's have a slow
PC.
clap for Square.
Square. So way to go, Square Enix.
Though, speaking of remakes, have you guys seen the
Enix,
newest
come on.
Halo remake and the graphics they put into it?
I don't know what
Wait,
Halo is. I don't
like-
play Halo. Halo is beyond my repertoire.
Fair enough, but hold on, Cabral. Like there's a new one. I know about the old one that.
It's
Was
they're remaking Halo 2 in the Master Chief Collection.
Okay.
Enhancing the graphics and gameplay, and oh my lord, the graphics for Halo 2 are so beautiful.
I'm sure. I mean, the anniversary edition of Halo 1 was very pretty. When they
yeah.
changed it up.
But number 2 coming out, it's just so realistic. It's just really well done.
Well, that sounds darn pretty there.
yeah.
Isn't that the one that's
hey.
like the first 3 games and like what is it? A friend told me about it before, but especially for the sake of our listeners, what is the Master Chief Edition Halo thing?
I'm pretty sure that's going to be 2, 3, and 1's in it. Is 1 in it? I'm not sure if 1's in it.
I think one is. I think it's all the games that Master Chief is in.
It's probably just 1, 2, and 3 then, and maybe they're not going to redo 4. 4's pretty new.
Right.
They might redo.
Yeah.
I don't think.
No, I don't think they're doing. I think like that's the thing. Like my friend was really upset because his favorite games are ODST and Reach, and neither of them is getting remade.
Okay, well that's because they're still fairly recent. They're only. A few
I think it's because the idea behind it is because they're not part of it's the Master Chief collection. It's the games with Master Chief in them. ODST and Reach do not have Master Chief in them.
Yeah, that's true. 4 might have it, but 4's still pretty new. 4 just came out, so.
Yeah,
I know 5 comes out next year though.
Yeah, I think the idea is it's like a refresher and a make of the classic games and kind of letting people replay them and stuff and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Blah, blah,
So
blah.
blah 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 blah.
Let's see. What
Blah,
do I
blah,
have
blah,
here?
blah.
Crash Team Racing, of course. I was just playing that.
Well, especially with like a new console release, like the 2 of the games are actually so old that they are now 2 console generations back,
It's true.
and only one of them was available on
I
the
mean-
PC. So
I'm playing a PlayStation 1, and they just came out with the PlayStation 4, so.
Lordy.
I got this PlayStation 1 for $20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nonavulous. Will you be getting the new generations of consoles in order to play the new Final Fantasies and Nier 2 or whatever else they come out? with?
There is no Nier 2. Nier is the 2, and
Oh,
they
Nier is-
already came
okay.
out with the
They got
next.
near and far away.
Oh, what's the third one?
They already. Well, there was. See, there's Drakengard, and then
right.
Drakengard leads into Drakengard 2, but also branches off into the Nier franchise, which is just one game at the moment, but some books as well, I think, and comics. And then Drakengard went on to Drakengard 3. It comes out, or I think it just came out like a couple months ago. But I do already have a next-gen console, I have a Wii U, so...
Oh, nice. Also, I know you... I know you've probably talked about this before, but it's been several months since we talked about the subject. So just as a refresher for me and the folks at home, you play Nier. You really like Nier. You make that very clear.
Nier is the bloody best thing ever, and I do mention it probably about once an episode because it's my life. It really is. I mean, I've only played it the one time, kind of, but you have to play it 4 times to actually get to the end. It's a very little-known game, AR.
Okay,
really didn't pick up the steam that it was expected to pick up, and it's really bloody weird. You have to really be open to weirdness.
Okay, I'm weird. Have you met me?
Yes.
Yeah, but you have to be weird in a different kind of weird. It's very Asian.
You're Asian. I don't know.
She is very.
Not actually, but
No, not I know that.
It's such a good game, and they really do. I really wish they would do an HD remix of that game. Because it does still have a following, and it was, at the time, they had to put it out rush, and the graphics were really
meshy.
So it was so good to do an HD remix, but I don't think they'll ever touch Nier again, and it makes me sad, but Nier's amazing.
I see.
But I will be getting a PS4 eventually, because Little Big Planet is going to continue onwards, and I need it.
My friends, it's fantastic fun.
It's coming out for the PS3 and the PS4 both, the new one, but I want to switch to the 4. And also, there's going to be Final Fantasy, what, did they rename it? 16, I think?
20,003.
Anyway, Final Fantasy 13 Versus, or whatever it was originally called. The one with Noctis, everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The Final Fantasy with Noctis is coming out for the PS3, and I recently realized there are no playable female characters whatsoever, so I wasn't going to buy it at all, because Square, you little,
thing that we cannot say on this thing.
So much, and I will not buy that. But my little sister really wants it because she is a big fan of, shonen and boy harem sorts of things. So she wants to buy and play it.
She wants to buy the pretty boys.
Yes, especially since they will probably be doing a Japanese voice option, since they did that with Final Fantasy Final Fantasy Lightning Returns, and also Dragon God 3, the 2 latest releases from Square. So apparently we get double voice options now. That's nice, but that's no girls. So Square.
What you do? Why?
I mean, it's set in like an apocalyptic sort of future, sort of, how do you call that, dystopian genre. So what are they saying? There's like no women left? Like,
in the grim dark future of the 41st millennia, there is only men.
Women were killed in the war, obviously. They're the ones who actually fought, and the men just stay behind.
There is a female character who shows up for some romantic tension or something, I'm sure, but you can't play any women. That's just irritating.
I was just gonna say, like, watch there be a bunch of female NPCs, it's just that you cannot play them.
You're the last 6 males on Earth, the rest of the world is just NPC women.
Yes, G-Money, that is correct.
That is not satisfactory!
No, it's not. So, I have 6, I'll go with 4. I already played this one. I need a PlayStation 1 game to play. I found a Beyblade game, and these other games I've never played.
Wait. A Beyblade game?
A Beyblade game for the PlayStation. I found it in my home.
Isn't that
played it.
Isn't that like the show about the tops? Like,
yes,
isn't the whole point of the game that you're
of Doom.
Yeah, but you're like spinning, you're like battling tops.
I also found Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
Beyblades in a Beyblade arena as a kid and used to do Beyblade dueling?
I did too.
I did that once.
Oh my god, yes.
Like, oh man, it was fun. Like, it was kind of wacky and weird and stuff, and probably super hazardous, but like it was fun.
Also, if you want to I can show them my gameplay. I have the stream stuff on my.
I guess so. I mean, like,
if they want to. I mean, I don't.
Like, you're not able to hook into the Radius Magic stream, though, right?
I am.
Oh, you are?
Remember, I posted the thing before.
Oh, right.
But, alright, so options of games to play. I do have 6 of them. I found the Beyblade one. Beneath that, in the case, I found Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace for the PlayStation.
Oh,
Is it the Lego one?
No. It's
so that weird top-down PS1 game.
Yeah.
Lego Star Wars is the only way to play Star Wars.
Oh, man, did anyone ever see that game that was like the Jurassic Park game where you played as like a compy or something? Like, it was really weird. Like, you played as dinosaurs.
Was that the one that was like a platformer, 2D platformer?
Yes!
Yes, I remember that one.
Oh, man,
I played the Jurassic Park games. Have you guys ever played the one that's Jurassic Park? I don't remember, but it's pretty much Jurassic Park Tycoon.
Oh,
Like,
yes,
like,
yes!
like,
Operation
with
Genesis!
Jurassic
saw it.
Park.
Operation Genesis,
So
yes!
many
Oh
hours
my
playing it as a
God.
kid because I was an addictive Zoo Tycoon. And I was like, oh my god, it's Zoo Tycoon with dinosaurs. And then they actually came out with a Zoo Tycoon expansion that had dinosaurs in it.
Oh
But,
my God.
I had it.
Jurassic Park Tycoon was the best bloody thing.
I'm doing fine, son guy.
Okay, I actually have
you know-
7. I lied. I have 7 games to choose from.
Oh
Okay,
my.
so I have Army Men for the PlayStation. I have that Beyblade
God.
1, Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace, Final Fantasy 7, never played it, brand new in case pretty much, just sits in my house, no
Oh
idea where I
my.
even got it. Final Fantasy 8, same exact thing, never played it, it's in my house, brand new, don't know what happened with that. Gran Turismo, number 1, and Tekken 3.
Is it 8 or 9 that has Garnet?
I don't know.
I know. Actually, what we'll probably do, Cabal,
No one
is
remembers, ever.
we'll do the first half of the show normally, like the first
That's
hour,
fine.
and then the next hour we'll switch over and you can
I'm going to look it up because I might make you play Final
host
Fantasy
a game
8.
stream for the second
Okay.
hour of the show.
And again, all these games except for Gran Turismo.
So I really think you need to play that
Fine.
Beyblade game. That sounds wonderful.
That does sound pretty fun.
All right, I'll play that
I also like
next
some guy goes, oh my god, you're missing. Correction. How are you doing? Correction. What did I miss?
Yeah, no, Final Fantasy VIII is that silly male power fantasy with Squall. Don't bother.
What about 7?
Oh, but his
No,
Emma
seven
is
is
so
good.
attractive because his emotionally
bad,
distant.
But it's so bad it's almost good, so you
I've
know
never
what, go ahead
played
if you
it.
want
I
to.
wouldn't
But
know. Again,
you
all those
will
games
be
are...
devoting 50 to 60 hours to it if you want to get to the end.
Dear Lord, I only spent that time on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, the Explorers of the Sky, and there was a good reason for that, because that story made me cry.
I think probably the shortest Final Fantasy game that's one of the main series games you could complete in only 40 hours.
So yeah,
So, those are really big games.
Yeah, they are.
Uh,
So is Pokemon. Pokemon takes a long time to complete.
we're not talking about Final Fantasy IV, some guy. We're talking about Final Fantasy VII.
Or 8, because I have both of them
and-
brand
and
new
8,
games.
yeah,
Never
yeah.
touched. Like,
Nani has a vendetta against Final Fantasy VIII,
Oh,
and
gosh.
just finds 7 to be very convoluted.
Yeah, no, it's all right. It's all right. He heard 4. Yeah, it's all right. It's.
I haven't actually played
what is
4.
this thing I found?
What have I even?
I've turned on the Beyblade one, and what is this? Hello, I'm Kenny. Nice to meet you. I'll do voice when I actually play it. Anyways, I guess I'll just play this while you guys talk.
Yeah, just play. Well, again, we'll switch over and you can show it off for an hour after the first half of the stream.
Yeah, I'll play a bit of this and get used to it. Just like gender.
Okay.
Should I be a boy or a girl?
Well, for now, whatever. Just restart when you actually do the stream so you can show like the game.
Pick whichever one is cuter.
That's it.
I already
Uh,
picked Nani, so too late
What?
for that. We can pick next time. I'll
Yeah,
let you
okay.
pick.
The transgender. I don't think that's an option in the game, unfortunately.
Usually it's not.
Gender is an option in this game, though, so that's kind of unusual for an early PlayStation 1 game. I think this came out like 2000. Not
That's
even.
true. Normally they only had the code in for like one character, and they didn't like want to redo all the cutscenes and or.
I'm
character
honestly
portraits.
waiting for a game that when you start it up lets you pick from a spectrum of gender options instead of just boy or girl.
Technically, you can kind of do that with Saints Row, in that you can just you have full characterization, customization down to the fact that like whatever essentially.
You
it's
said
just,
Saints Row, right?
Yes, Saints Row.
Yeah, that's the exception to the rule. I've heard of that,
Yes.
but it's not a nonny kind of game.
No, I know it's absolutely not. It's like bizarrely, incredibly open to everyone, but also like very mature.
Yeah,
in a
nonny
very
doesn't
immature
do
way.
that.
Yes.
Let's see, I'm gonna go open up. I want to see parts of the chat because I want to see people
So,
talking. About
sometimes that's kind of like
what.
what the unfortunate thing where it's like they just kind of need to assume that like the people who are least like the games that tend to get away with that sort of thing are the ones the publishers are less worried about offending the parent groups.
Yeah.
Because
Let's see.
That's
the
another
the
thing
Sims
about
let you kind of do
Nier
that
is
to an
it's
extent.
like I love the Nier game because it's so out there and so weird and
Yeah,
stuff.
Persona
But
does
it is an M game. It's like babies should not play this.
Yeah, Persona does that to a degree because you can, there are the characters are all over the place. So you don't technically can't do that with your main character, since the main character is sort of just a filter for you to play through.
Persona though allows you to date other characters, but
Yes.
only of the opposing gender of yourself.
Depending
So
on
they're
the
not
one,
progressive.
it's weird. Persona's weird. There's like some of the games are super progressive, and some of
They
them
ship
are
tease,
not.
but they don't let you actually date characters
it's-
of the same gender as yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, they have very well written gay and transsexual characters, which is great. On the other hand, like, yeah, they don't let you. Well, I mean, Japan. It's Japan. What are you gonna do?
They're actually usually a lot more open to that sort of thing, though, because they have a much greater separation between fiction and reality than we do.
True. But they can also be like it's like a game like Persona, which is like the in life parts of it are meant to be kind of very very close to resembling real life. They get kind of like more in the culture of Japan. So
yeah, I guess
it's kind of one of these things where it's like yes, their fiction is significantly more open. Their culture is actually not.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so, Nick.
And then Nick,
and this is why I don't play Persona.
That's fair. At any rate, so, oh man, Sharks are great. What was I talking? Oh, yes! Operation Genesis! Oh man, love Operation Genesis. The problem was I really wanted to do like the later levels in like the campaign thing where it's like it actually looks like you're having to deal with like the tropical storm and dinosaurs getting loose and it's like oh man, it's the movie and stuff. But in order to get there,
are we
you have to,
talking about Halo again?
What? No.
What happened?
Operation Genesis.
Well, I don't know what Genesis whatever is.
The Jurassic Park Tycoon game.
Oh, okay.
That's so strange.
Because the thing is like in that game. There was like sort of like this whole series of like missions you could do, like special like challenge mode things.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and like the late game ones sounded really cool because they're all like a tropical storm hits your island and the dinosaurs getting loose and there's like Jurassic Park and Lost World and it's like the missions are like based on the movie and it's like oh man that sounds so cool. But then, like, in order to, you have to unlock them in order, and I'd always get, like, stuck on, like the last couple of ones before it, because they'd get really hard, where it's like, build a gigantic preserve that gets a science, like science nerd score of 90, which means that everything has to be period accurate, and it has to be gigantic, and it has to be really interesting, and it's like, I can't build, I get to like 85%, and I can't get, like, the last little nudge up to winning the actual mission. It's
yeah.
Like, no.
I just built a bunch of gift shops.
Yeah. Well, like, the thing is, like, for, like, the standard game mode, then you can do that and it's fine. But then, like, the challenge modes, they have, like, these really, really annoying, challenges that you have to get to. And it would just be like, I just want to see the end game challenges.
What have I done? Oh, dear Lord, what is this? What's with the bird and the sword?
Justice does what Nintendo can't.
Yes. Paddy says he's here and he can join in if we want him.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Paddy over here.
I think it was actually Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Was the stupid...
Nintendo, Nintendo don't.
It's,
Get it?
Yeah, because it's, Nintendo don't.
Who's the opponent? Oh no, I'm gonna lose. What is he doing? I have no idea what I'm doing in this game at all.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, the call to Paddy failed.
No. America.
Paddy!
Patsy!
I need more Canadians. There's too many Americans. Please come save me.
There's only two of us.
It's not going through.
I'm outnumbered by
He's busy. It says he's busy.
Well, the thing is, Duhad's from Maine. That doesn't really even count as American.
That's true.
I'm trying.
Okay, gotta get my spin going.
No. So anyway,
that was interesting.
Yeah. So, question: would you play a Persona-style RPG set in Equestria Girls universe?
I don't know enough Persona to know, but I can't see myself playing an Equestria Girls role-playing game.
Yeah, well, it's like a game that revolves around, partly around doing, traditional Japanese RPG, like dungeon crawling and whatnot, but also is about, being social and doing social activities and hanging out with people.
I can see doing it sort of as a joke.
Well, I mean, obviously you could do it as a joke,
result.
But I mean, do you think, would you like to play a game that was I
read this as bladders. Are you done with your final adjustments? It's not bladders.
How would the action parts take place? Easy. You just have the them go into. You can either have them actually go into Equestria and make the Equestria part essentially the alternate world from Persona, because that actually is pretty darn close. Or you can just do stuff with the villains, like the Sirens and the Sunset Shimmer and stuff. just, their options. Hey, it's Pavlov!
Remember when babies were actually made of metal at some point?
That's it.
Hi.
So question.
Answer.
Fair enough.
Witty rebuttal.
I don't know. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, so,
Rebuttals.
where was we? Where was we?
Well, I'm still playing Beyblade. No.
Painblade.
Playblade.
Painblade, the new,
Yes.
best-selling game from Mattel.
Yes. Yeah.
It's hideously painful.
Sounds it.
Yeah, so, let's hear what we talked about. We talked about Trixie, Finn, and Flim, and the bizarre connection between them in their episodes. We talked about Nier, about Final Fantasy XIII's port.
What games I should play for the PlayStation 1?
Yes, we discussed that. We discussed a number of things in
I don't have
that
Spyro.
vein. Bunch of
I had Spyro when I was younger, but I'm
Kids.
down to 7.
I remember
wandering
Spyro.
up the
Spyro
driveway.
was
I don't even know.
Do.
Spyro. Oh, yeah, there's that Spyro thing. What the hell was that about?
Yay!
Harry
Mike's got section
Potter.
1. Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah, so Harry Potter. Something weird happened with Harry Potter recently. I'm trying to remember what it was. There was something... I can't remember. Like, something happened with... It's like that... Oh, yeah, that's right. Apparently they're going to adapt that one weird kids book that J.K. Rowling wrote, like the Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them thing, into a movie.
That's been going around for a while, Duhad. That's
Wait,
not
are you-
new.
Okay, it's not
Wait, are
really
you
new,
talking
but it's
where
like...
the wild things are?
What? No.
No, not Where the Wild Things Are. That was a movie already.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know it was. I was wondering what you were talking about because I kind of came in the conversation in the middle of it because I'm figuring out what the hell this game is.
Oh, lordy. But yeah, no, apparently they're going to make they may have like a sequel to Harry Potter or a prequel to Harry Potter, and they're also making Magical Beasts and Where to Find Them. Like, there's also some talks about like turning Harry Potter into like a way bigger franchise than it already is.
Wow.
I was gonna say, isn't that fandom kind of something that we've let slow down a little bit, other than that there was that video game online that you can read the books in or something?
Something like that? Yeah, like, I don't think that was all that big or anything. Like, it's not like Harry Potter is a gigantic mega cash cow
It's like,
anymore.
okay, you already had multiple generations of kiddies with the Harry Potter fandom. Let them have a break now.
Fair enough.
Pottermore, yes, that was it.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you, Jim.
Pottermore Online. Everyone was hearing about that.
I actually signed up for Pottermore because I was like, what is this? I have to see what it's like. But then I didn't actually really play it because I got bored.
Yeah. Ooh. Not a great sign. Not a great sign.
I also didn't like the setup for signing up and all that. It was quite bothersome.
You know what I'm doing.
Okay, what about...
G-Money agrees with me. Complete
Oh,
crap,
man.
he says. Thank you for your agreeance, G-Money.
Second Life Equestria Girls Edition? It is just you living a normal
Wow,
high school
really?
experience.
Except you're all colorful. That's literally about it.
That is literally all of it. That is it. That is all of it. That is a game.
wants to relive high school?
Would you play that non-Avalos or Pad Save or Cabral?
I did high school already. I don't want to go back.
But high school is the best time of your life
I
for some
actually
kids.
never really
No.
did high school.
So
I don't
declared
have
by
any
Japan. They said that
setting,
it's the
but-
best time of their life because that's all they remember because they go to high school and then they just work the rest of their lives. That's kind of it.
Too.
High school was kind of boring.
Oh, Three Mean School Society. Yeah.
I enjoyed it a little bit.
Three of me school society. No! I died. Okay, I'm
Jeez.
getting how this game works now.
The thing about high school is that any society that lionizes high school as the greatest time in a person's life is a society that has failed. That has utterly and
Yes.
completely failed. That is the high point of your life.
That's why America's doing okay, because high school is not your high point in life. That's
No
like
one likes
seven-
high school anymore. Yeah, and so we are fine
On that
culturally.
note, can we condemn the society that considers marriage the end point of one's progressiveness?
Well,
No,
yes,
so it's marriage and babies, I suppose.
but don't you want
There's
marriage
someone
and
way
or
up after.
babies?
No, I want
Oh.
neither, actually.
Well, then obviously something.
So, of course,
problem.
that implies I have failed, when really society has failed because you don't need marriage and babies.
But marriage and babies have marriage and babies in them.
No,
But
Giovanni,
ponies.
not all women want babies.
It's true.
Oh, come on! What about the media? The media has said that all women want babies, and
Yes, but the media is
squealing, little squealing.
You have to remember that you can always get a cat.
Exactly.
What if you're allergic to cats?
Well, then you get more babies because babies are not allergic.
Yeah, it's true because you still. And there's people who don't marry that still have babies. I know a lot of people like that.
Some guy saying, Duhad has a point about all the babies, about just getting more babies.
Getting married and getting babies.
I think we're all missing the bigger point.
So back onto My Little Pony. Isn't that what this is about?
Not really. But, okay, yeah, so My Little Pony. A show about babies and having even more babies.
Actually,
and high school and babies.
High school and babies. I want to see my little babies. My Little Pony the Babies edition, like the Muppet
They actually
Babies.
did that. It was G3.5.
Yeah.
Oh God.
that face is just hilarious.
We're gonna do an even better
My Little
version.
Pony babies in little diapers.
Oh, that's horrible. But we're gonna do a better version of that. My Little Phillies. I like that G Money. I'm stealing it. I just came up with a good name for it. It's My Little Phillies. And it's going to be
Good on you.
it's going to be a cartoon series about.
Rewriting the script.
No, G-Money, you did not come up with that name. I just did. Don't steal.
I'm actually working on the artwork as we speak.
Excellent.
No.
So yeah, My Little Phillies. It is about.
My Little Phillies.
G-Money, you do not have proof. I stole the. I came up with the name fair and square. No stealing. Anyway, so yeah, it's about the main characters of My Little Pony as babies, and
In a nursery.
More apple for you?
Oh my God,
I had you. I'm sorry.
That's adorable.
that's pretty adorable.
I'm gonna get diabetes. Please stop.
Diabetics. So I've seen a lot of fan art that shows the characters as babies together, even though canonically they
Never even met until
like
they were 3. So
yeah,
obviously that's way off the mark right there.
because Fluttershy and Rainbow were in an entirely different city, and
Wait, were they?
yeah, they were in Cloudsdale. They grew up in Cloudsdale.
Well, okay, I thought you meant from each other.
Oh, no, yeah. Well, I mean, they were in a separate city from Applejack and Rarity and, Pinky. Pinky was in a totally different place. She was off on a rock farm, and Twilight was in Carolina. So, literally only 4 of the characters would have been able to see each other as children, and they would have been, they're separated into groups of 2. Point is, it's canonically silly, but we're going to throw canon at the window just like all this fan
throws
art.
cannon at the window all the time and restarts it.
Precisely. So what we're going to do is they're all babies together.
The canon is there is no canon.
Exactly. And they're all being raised by Mama Padsave.
Wow, that was horrible.
Oh, I
Mama
love Mama Padsave.
Of course, we are doing this.
Wait, no, I'm talking about the game.
Oh yeah, okay, but we're bringing in, Mama Padsave in order to kind of draw upon Pad's obvious gigantic fan base, because we need that extra, we need that Padsave bump. So people will go crazy because, all the posters for this are going to just be Padsave holding, wearing like a bonnet.
But you can't. You never see above, the knee.
Normally, yes, but because we are going to be selling this on your reputation, you will never see below the knees. You will just see the upper part of your body will never see below your knees. And
Some of
be
the
part of
Pie
the
Girls
mystery.
like his sexy legs.
What if he doesn't have knees?
Well, that's why it's a tease. It's sort of but what could be below those knees? It could be anything.
What if he doesn't have anything?
But he might not.
He just
for all we
hovers
know.
around on stumps.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
Oh,
And
okay.
he, because we can't
He's
show
got
below the
wheels
knees.
as feet.
Well, here's the thing. Because we can't show below the knees, we have to, have various reasons why
All
the
baby
babies...
ponies are on stilts.
Well, they're not all on
my
stilts.
gosh.
They're just, he keeps them on cabinets and in bread drawers and hanging
Okay,
off
that's
of...
ridiculously cute.
Yes, exactly. And you put them on, the tables and stuff. And it's about their adventures on these tables and cabinets and bread drawers.
What if they fall? Do they go split?
Well, he'll catch them, probably. That's the premise of the episodes. Like each episode, one of them falls off these high objects, and it's about how they try and prevent them from dying, or
it's
if
a murder mystery show at the same time.
Well, except that they don't die.
Pat doesn't catch them. Like, who pushed her?
Well, yeah.
And then someone's like, "Well, what if she just jumped off herself?"
Well, it's, like it's a kids show, so obviously they're hanging on to things. Like one episode, little baby Rarity is hanging off of like a cupboard shelf, or like another episode, Twilight knocks over a like a
cookie jar
thing of knives, and is just like holding onto the handle as like she like dangles over all of the other knives which are sticking out from the floor where they landed. Of course, we can't see that because we can't see below Padsey's knees, and we don't want to risk that. But we'll tell the kids, just so you know, kids, if like Baby Twilight falls, she's going to fall into a pile of knives.
Yeah, it's safe.
Yeah, and then there'll be like a beach episode where they're all sitting on a umbrella.
And then we'll have it so Applejack falls into like feathers, but she's like horrifically allergic to feathers.
Yes, so she's choking on the feathers. She's not breathing. Padsey has to pick her up and put her into the sink.
It's going to be what, TVY7, I'm assuming?
Yes, yeah. It's for kids. It's for kids. It's for little baby kids.
Okay.
It is My Little Fillies. It's the Muppet Babies of My Little Pony. So obviously,
the conversation between characters going, go, meh. And that's about it, right?
Yes, we want to be realistic. We don't want to, make people get pulled out of the experience of My Little Fillies.
Like stupid Rugrats.
Rugrats was so bad.
Yeah, it's not like Rugrats.
Sorry,
these characters, they never speak. 90% of the show is just them crying and screaming like that. It's like hideously loud, and we're gonna EQ it afterwards. So that's like
involved.
Yeah, and they'll be vomiting all over the place. Kids love gross stuff too. So they're pooping and vomiting and stuff. It's just horrible. And Padsey, every episode comes in, he picks up all the babies off of like the knives and the ledges and stuff. And he shoves them back in the bread box and goes, "What am I gonna do with my house now?"
And then some people from some foreign state come by.
Yes, no, well, yeah, like one episode, it's like, "Oh no, Celestia's coming by with the delegation from Saudi Arabia, and they're gonna hold a meeting in my kitchen. Baby Rarity just dropped a chandelier all over it, and Baby Fluttershy is trying not to get stabbed by the chandelier, like, pieces of shattered crystal as she rolls around over the table. What am I gonna do now?"
I'm just gonna say that this seems like very bad on my part. This is a very dangerous environment that
yes,
you're
you're
being subjected to.
Absolutely incompetent.
Yes.
It's not dangerous.
Stupid.
Obviously, it's a show. We have stunt doubles rolling around on the pieces of glass.
Yeah, so you have the actual ones as the stunt doubles, and then you have the ones that aren't the stunt doubles as the actual ones. So the stunt doubles are the ones that take the place of the ones that actually fell.
Yeah, so that's fine. They're going, there's the stunt people who are going to be at risk of being stabbed or,
Why
fall
don't we
off things.
just use stunt dolls?
Well, the stunt doubles have to also be babies. Otherwise it's just going to look weird.
That just doesn't, Nani, that's just silly.
Yeah. You're put more babies.
Makes me seem inept.
Yeah, you're silly.
You're not inept. You're the one saving the day.
Appearance. Yeah, but it appears I'm inept because they're in an environment where they can get access to knives, and they're playing on tables, and they can knock over the chandeliers.
Because they're kids. Kids get into wacky hijinks. You can't be expected to stop kids from, like, playing with knives, or rolling onto pieces of shattered chandeliers, or dumping, like bleach all over the tablecloths and lapping it up.
But you can!
You can't really. That's the thing.
Pat,
that's what makes it funny. Is because
I will try to reason everything I can.
Pat, you can't do this. Not in this predicament. Reason is the thing that's gonna kill us all.
It's not gonna kill us. See, Padsey is the hero because he's stopping them from dying.
Well, the thing is, Pat, it's like Final Destination. Okay, just put it that way. It's unavoidable.
It's like it's very much like Final Destination, but for kids and with babies.
For kids, by kids.
That makes even less sense.
You
it makes so much sense.
I don't think Pat Safe has thought this through. I mean, think of the publicity you'll get from this.
You are going to
I'm
be.
still trying to get past. I'm still trying to get past the fact that I don't have knees.
You have knees. It's just the audience doesn't know that you have knees.
Well, but if the audience doesn't know I have knees, how am I supposed to know I have knees?
Look down.
Because you'll be able
But
to
I
look
can't
down.
because whatever is not in the shot doesn't exist.
That's it.
Well,
You're
then you
going
don't
to be
have
like the
knees.
Michael
There, it's settled.
Jackson of Canada.
At least if you don't have the bottoms of your legs, nobody can trip on them.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true. You can't trip over anything, so you're not going to step on anything that, like the knives or the glass or anything. So
Yeah, but think about it like this.
That's what
Pat
makes
Safe.
you super.
Michael
Actually, we're trying to
Jackson,
replace your knee sockets with rockets.
beloved
I
pop
like it.
idol. Everyone loved him. He was fantastic. Great reputation. Loved kids. And he once held a kid out of a window with a bag on its head. So basically, this is very similar to that. You are dangling babies over high and/or dangerous objects.
But that's bad publicity.
No, it's good publicity. Japan
it gets
loved
their
him.
attention.
America loved him. He was the king of pop. You are going to be the king of Canada pop.
I think more like French, because the French kind of like this sort of thing.
The French will love it. The French are going to be all over it. You're going to go to France and they're going to be like, "Oh my God, it is
them of their
Pat Safe."
history, the French Revolution and all that.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you not want to be the Michael Jackson of Canada
And France.
and France?
I have to sleep on this.
All right. Well, while you're sleeping on it, we're going to fill your house with bleach and children.
Like 6 children per room.
Yeah, like we're gonna need a lot of babies. We're gonna need babies for all the main stakes and stunt doubles and some replacements for when those stunt
I'm
doubles
calling
have
it right
accidents.
now.
I want to do voiceovers for all the children.
You can. I have a
Can I
feeling
have
a
one
lot of
child
the
that
kids
needs
are
to
not
be-
going to have the lung capacity to be screaming for 30 minutes straight constantly for every week. So you're going to have to be filling in with a lot of that crying. And it'll probably be best if you just do that in Padsay's house normally so that he can kind of get into the mindset of the character. Because obviously Padsay in the show, he has this collection of 6 babies who are all just constantly screaming and falling onto sharp objects. So he needs to get into character. He's a method actor, obviously. So, Pat, you're going to live the life of Mama
So we're
Pad.
going to leave them in your home for like a year. Practice this all out for that amount of time, then actually start the film.
Yeah, we'll rotate babies too, so that they don't get, they don't get too old for people to relate to their misadventures.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like a borrow like thing. So we're going to give them back.
Yeah,
as
we're
well.
gonna borrow them from the parents. Don't worry, they're insured. You have them insured.
Okay,
Yeah,
so they're
so-
on lease.
They are on lease.
Yeah,
Okay.
for like 2 months per baby.
Yeah, per baby. And we're just gonna, again, we're cycling the babies. And you're gonna love it. You're going to be more famous than anyone in
France.
Canadian history.
I don't even know people with Canadian history.
Exactly. So you're going to be even bigger than that. Think of a famous Canadian. Let us know because we don't know any, and then you're going to be bigger than him
Well,
or her.
There's Alec Trebek.
There you go. You're going to be bigger than Alec Trebek. That's not exactly a high bar to get over. I mean, you're already basically.
Yes, how about Celine Dion? Is Celine Dion Canadian?
Yeah,
she's-
so, yeah.
she's
Okay.
I think she's French Canadian, isn't she? Or something.
Dead Mouse
Yeah, she's
and
from
I
Quebec.
don't really know her, if that makes a
Colombiano,
difference.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, so you're gonna take all of them, roll them together into some sort of flesh golem, and you're gonna be even bigger than that.
I don't know. Dead Mouse is pretty big.
He's pretty big, but you're going to be like the live mouse. You're going to be even bigger than that. And
No,
Justin,
not Justin Bieber, that guy. Take that back.
We don't talk about him, that guy.
yeah,
We
he's
don't talk about him.
again, he's being exiled from Canada and being replaced. You are, in
You
fact, in a lot
Americans
of
treat
ways,
Justin Bieber by having a fan base.
the new Justin Bieber.
No.
You are the pad save
Who will be Justin
You're a
Bieber?
busted Jeeper.
Because Bieber
You're now
is
busted.
Canadian.
pad lever.
No, he's
Who-
Bustin' Jeeber.
No, he's pad.
No, I
he
still
has
like
pub
Beaver
levers.
better. Beavers are Canadian. They're on our money.
Okay, so
No,
Pad
Beaver's
Beaver.
also more than our U.S.
Pad
as well.
Beaver, the new Justin Bieber of Canada. with his hit TV show,
that baby,
Equestria
baby,
Phillies.
baby song will really fit in. We'll use this as our opening theme.
Yes! You singing, baby, 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 oh, baby, baby, you're drinking bleach, no.
I like.
I mean, I honestly can think of no reason why this show will not be a mega hit.
Okay, the important question now is because this is My Little Philly, and with the method acting and all that, will the Phillies be superimposed later in post? So am I going to have to act in front of a green screen all day?
No, you'll be working with real
it's
babies.
live. It's pretty live.
Like the babies
fact,
will be in
actually,
costume.
In fact, I think a few
Okay.
of the episodes might actually be in front of a live studio audience. So
They might be. They'll
Okay.
love it.
Well,
it's gonna
then
have
for
a
the
sitcom-like feel. A lot of it. So
We can.
okay, well
oh
for
man,
the live studio audience episodes, we need like giant rings of fire.
okay.
good idea. Good idea.
That
You know
can
what we
be
can
done.
do?
I'm writing that down and ordering it now.
You know what we can do? We can have an Oprah thing. You know how Oprah Winfrey, who was hugely famous. You know what she did? She'd go like, "Hey, everyone, look under your seats. Oh my God, it's a car," or
And then
wallpaper or something.
Be like, oh my
How
God,
do you
it's a
hide a
baby.
car under
Whale,
your
and
seat?
you get a whale. Everybody gets
It's a whale. Yes,
Except with
exactly.
whales, with
But
babies.
like, she had like the cars on keys to the cars underneath the
well,
seats.
See, that's not as impressive. If there was like an actual car under the seat, then I'd be interested.
It
But
would be pretty impressive. But here's what you're gonna do. To go along with the theme of the show, and yeah, the bad girls are gonna love this. You say, "Hey everybody, thanks for coming to the show, but what's that horrible screaming coming from under your seats? Oh my God, everybody gets a baby."
And then, see, no, it's going to be great, too. It's going to be also kind of like, you know how on SNL what they do is they grab purses from the audience? See, you're going to grab babies from the audience, so people will feel like it's like a privilege
Yeah.
to get one of the babies.
Yeah, they can kind of swap out babies if they're like, "Oh man, this baby isn't so great. I'd like a pad baby."
Yeah.
this one's defective.
Or they can take it and they can get it autographed as well.
Yeah, that's it. You'll have like a tattoo gun. You can, kind of go through and tattoo the babies, get your autograph on them. Yeah, parents are
Forget
gonna love
that.
it.
Just get one of those stamps like
Hot-
you'd use at a postage place. You know, you just stick it in the ink and stamp it on.
On the forehead.
I like
But here's the thing. Tying this all back to where this originally came from, women are gonna love the show because they all get a baby. There you go. It all ties together.
It does. It has to.
I can't believe we brought it all the way back to that. Duhad, you made a joke even better than I make a joke, because that's my thing.
Congratulations. Oh, thank you very much. We're gonna wrap up the show pretty soon, and then actually switch over to Cabral hosting on this very same channel the second half of To the End, in which he's going to play a Beyblade game. Apparently.
Yeah, I gotta set it up. I didn't realize we were almost at the halfway point already.
Yeah, we're real close.
Okay, I gotta get everything set up.
Okay, well, while he's setting it up, we'll stall.
We'll
stall
just
like a
keep
car.
talking about.
I'll just keep
So I was
making crying
thinking-
baby
so-
sounds. That'll keep the guests.
I was also thinking, why don't we have guest stars, kind of like Top Gear does, but instead they can like try to save the babies too.
Oh man.
It'll be like a competition, like Survive a Baby.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
toss
exactly.
the baby. Like the
Save
babies
the
will
baby
fall
from the
off and it's like,
volcano.
who can
So
catch
does that
the
mean
most
I'm-
babies?
Does that mean I'm shifted from not like a key point in, but just more of a host? Because I'm okay
You're
with this.
you're
now,
the
yeah.
dad. You're Mama
Well,
Pad.
Yeah,
but
your
you
mom.
also
so
bring
what's gonna
in
happen?
your cast of like every celebrity is like uncle or auntie, Alex Trebek.
Yeah, so
or,
Uncle Morgan Freeman, ladies and gentlemen. It'll be
hello,
something like
everybody.
that.
I love
Oh,
babies.
Okay. I got even something better. I'm kind of liking the game show vibe. So what if the special guest came in as the contestants, dressed up as the babies, dressed as the Phillies,
Oh
my gosh.
glob.
This
and
is
then-
perfect.
That's
had to
just
do
brilliant.
challenges?
Oh man, yes. Yes.
Like,
And we can.
traverse the knife block. Or
That's pretty good. How long can you hang over the pile of knives we scatter all over the floor? We'll build gigantic counters,
Yeah,
and
so,
they can climb up on the counter and hold on to it while the show is being filmed. And at any point, it's like a mystery. When will the celebrity guest just tumble into scene and smash into the knives? it could happen at any time, or they could make it through the whole thing and win a brand new car.
And of course, we'd have to set out a whole bunch of sippy cups, and you have to pick to drink the one that isn't.
No. See, they win a brand new car and a car seat and a baby.
Oh my! Well, yeah. If they make it all the way through, if they succeed, they get a car. If they fail, they get a consolation prize, which is one of the babies.
And a car seat.
And a car seat, yeah, to go with it. They don't get a car though; they just get the seat and the baby.
We're safety first on Mama Pad, everyone.
Well, yeah, of course.
Safety
we don't want these babies getting hurt in like a car accident.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
why
probably
we just
get
hurt the
like a
celebrities.
knee pad for their head, right?
Yeah. There is a reason PadSafe is saving these children.
Yeah, so we don't have to pay a giant fine with the return lease.
Exactly. No, PadSafe cannot afford to take the insurance hits from all these babies being hurt in his house. Because, I mean, it is in your house. It is all happening in your house.
Oh.
And think of the commercial spots that will sell. People will want to advertise during the show.
Yeah, then we're going to pay off the renovations that we're going to have to make to your house in no time. You know, we're going to have to knock down a couple of walls, but, like,
better yet,
3
when people want
episodes
to advertise on our show,
repaid.
we'll do all the advertisement dialogue in baby voices. No one will know what the product is because there'll be no English. But they'll just feel that maternal instinct and just
we are going to get the
buy all
hipster
the
vibe
products.
all the way through. Like hippies and hipsters,
Extreme hippie
love it.
makeovers. Oh my god, G-Money, that's hilarious.
Oh my goodness, so good. That show Swan or whatever, the ugly Swan, where it was like the horrible reality show where like people had to like compete for like plastic surgery.
I have not heard of this before.
It was like it lasted for like a season because it was just the most like unbelievably awful thing ever conceived of. But basically,
I can tell.
Yeah, it was like people would compete for plastic surgery, and like I was all leading up to like a beauty match at the end. But the thing is, like, you'd only get part of the surgery because you had to win multiple prizes to actually get the whole surgery. So like people would like get partial. Like facial reconstruction surgery. It was really like just like awful plastic surgery stuff. Like it was
like what kind of plastic?
Like nose, like changing your nose, like liposuction, cheekbone lifts, like all this stuff. Like it was essentially for a beauty pageant. But like yeah, it was really like legitimately creepy and awful. And
people partook in this.
Yes, and people end up getting like kicked off the show.
People to well, how would you like it if we could do plastic surgery on you for free? Well, I kind of like that, but we only do it in parts.
Well, yeah, it's like people would like participate and they get like a part of the surgery and then not finish and not be able to afford the rest of it, so they'd end up with like this. Yeah, it was like immoral as hell, and I think they got sued into oblivion.
Yeah, based off something just like how many episodes did they even do?
I think they managed to record a season, but I don't even know if the whole season played out before it was canceled.
Let's go watch it. What's it called?
I don't even remember. It was like Swan or something, or like
Swan.
It was like the Ugly Duckling
competition show in Google.
Yeah, it was like the Swan or something like that, because it was like the Ugly Duckling, like which of the Ugly Ducklings becomes a swan at the end, or something like that.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, now I just gotta find
There's
one more
one
piece
apparently
of the puzzle.
called bridalplasty, where women compete to earn a wedding and then plastic surgery to go with it.
Oh my god.
That's a terrible idea.
That's horrible. I mean, like, that's hideous, but at least it's not leaving people with, like, half-completed plastic surgeries.
Okay, let's see. This goes... Okay, got that piece of the puzzle now. This is gonna go over here. Goodbye, webcam plug. Okay. Sorry, I'm plugging it all in now. I had to find all the right cords.
These are things.
These are really upsetting. Cabral, how close are you to getting that thing set up?
Pretty close.
All right. We're almost at the hour mark, which would be.
Oh, you're right. It was called the Swan.
Okay, the Swan. Okay, it was the Swan. Congratulations.
2004.
It's a thing.
And it's American. Why am I not surprised? You people are so silly.
Okay, have you seen some of the French shows or the Japanese shows even? Some of those are really weird too.
They are, but like at least they didn't. Well, okay, there actually are some Japanese shows that did like legitimately horrifying things as well. But again, they usually get canceled.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Japanese game shows though are usually just really, really stupid, like Hole in the Wall.
Hole in the Wall's
Hole in the Wall's
amazing.
great.
Don't you dare
Yeah.
disgrace
No, it's
that name.
amazing, but the concept is kind of really stupid.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
Well, whoever thought of that concept is brilliant. I mean, in all honesty. Okay, picture this, alright? Okay, we get a wall, yeah? And we put a hole in it, yeah. and we send it at someone. I like it.
I love it.
Oh.
That was probably
my
their
family has
legitimate
conversations
pitch.
like that all the time, where they're like, picture the person pitching like cartoons, like SpongeBob or something, going into a cartoon place, pitching it, being like, okay, we're gonna have a sponge. He's a sea sponge, but he looks like a kitchen sponge, and he's gonna wear pants, and we're gonna call it SpongeBob SquarePants. It's gonna be the new big thing.
It actually was the big thing.
I know, but who
Yeah.
looks at it
Thing.
being pitched? A kitchen sponge wearing pants, living under the sea, and goes, yeah, that's gonna be the thing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so what other characters do you have? Oh, well, there's a starfish that lives under a rock, and there's his neighbor who's a squid, and he plays the clarinet, because kids love the
Not
clarinet.
good at it.
And there's a squirrel in an astronaut suit, for some reason.
Okay, so apparently the original pitch was to have it be an adult show.
Well, it had
yeah,
to have
because-
been, because that show
remember,
is way
also-
too adult for kids.
Like the,
Yeah,
yeah, the
SpongeBob
original
seasons-
seasons were totally.
Probably
Then,
3 were a bit more adultish than what we have now for it.
yeah, they toned it down after like the movie came out and after it became like such a huge hit and stuff. But yeah, no, Bikini Bottom is the town.
Well, I thought that was more based off of like the Bikini Atoll.
Well,
True.
yeah, it is based off of that, but they said Bikini Bottom because it's bottom of the sea and Bikini Atoll. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
That's why.
but yeah, they also like the premise of the show is that the main character is a fry cook working at a dead end job in
But
an
he
undersea-
loves this dead end job.
Oh, he loves it. Yeah, he's super happy about it. But like the thing is, he's still a fry cook. Like it's still the adventures of a fry
The
cook and
entire
his.
show, I still
fellow
don't see how
employees.
someone looked at that premise and went, yeah, we're gonna make that for kids. If they'd went, yes, we're gonna make it for college boys, I would have believed it. But yeah, for kids,
It might
yeah.
have, like,
Yeah,
maybe,
for kids.
I think it was rated TVY 7, so it was probably rated for the ages of kids in middle school, high school
I guess so.
at the time. Where is that
So
program?
why 7 for kids 7 and up?
Yeah, that's what I always thought it was.
Yeah.
I think usually like they aim a rating a little lower than what they actually intend the target audience to be, because it's supposed to be like, this is the point in which it's just no longer appropriate, rather than this is the target age we're aiming for.
But yeah, it's like My Little Pony, though. Like, what do you think the pitch was for that? And look at the target audience.
Well, the pitch is a little easier there because it's like, we're going to make another
My Little
MLP
Pony's
show.
been going since the 80s.
Yeah.
Well, okay, go with the original pitch. Okay, we're gonna have this Lord of Darkness. He's gonna capture
Okay.
ponies and make them
Okay,
into
the
demonic
80s
vessels.
Pitch, though, there was not a pitch. Hasbro made
Yeah, I
it
know
as an
there was.
animated commercial.
For their toys, which were just
This
like...
was done
yeah.
with every series in
You
the
could
80s.
still give it that premise, though, because it made it funny.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
the
Yeah,
thing
but
about...
the 80s were a
yeah.
different time too. Like anything went in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
I think the other
Yeah.
thing with like the Lord of Darkness whole thing was probably along the lines of like, we need to make a show about the ponies. Okay, what do we do for that? Well, we want to have boy appeal as well, so we can air this on television and not have it just be a girl special. So there's like a monster in it, and there's dragons
I
or
think
something or
part
whatever.
of it too was that Hasbro had up until that point only made boys cartoons.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that. I could be totally wrong, but so they kind of went, okay, let's do what we usually do, but how do we make this for girls? Well, tons of rainbow ponies, and we'll make Megan come from a farm because
be a
girls like
prince.
farms and ponies.
She goes like
And
farms.
there'll be like a handsome prince at one point, and I don't know.
Wait, was there a handsome
dragons.
prince at one point?
Yeah, the Scorpion. He turns into
Yep.
a prince.
Oh, okay.
The Yeah, it's like it's a really weird special actually if you watch it. Like it's really odd.
It's really enjoyable
I
though.
know it's enjoyable, but it's like it's really like just
I've
like looking at it.
actually-
It's
Heard said a lot of times that it's much darker than comparable like Transformers or other cartoons for boys at the time.
yeah. And I actually heard a
Yeah.
really interesting thing about like essentially villains in girl shows tended to actually be much scarier and much darker than the villains in boy shows. Like in She-Ra, like the villains in She-Ra are significantly more like evil and menacing than the villains in in the companion show He-Man. And,
Oh, yeah.
like
But
the,
that's more like to sell the toys. Like you don't want to have like the super like scary menacing villain if you still want to sell the toys for it.
yeah, true. But it's just like this interesting thing where like a lot of girls shows tended to get like way more like legitimately menacing villains, where boy shows would have kind of more goofy villains like Skeletor and Cobra Commander and
Megatron.
Like, Megatron is cool, but like as has been pointed out, like Megatron is cool, but he's not really frightening. He's more
Yeah.
vaguely menacing and like the type of
I
person
think his
you
voice
wanted.
was more horrifying than anything else.
Yes, in many ways, but that's kind of the thing. Like they deliberately didn't make them like super frightening, but for whatever reason they decided girl shows could just have the most terrifying, legitimately evil, protagonist, antagonists, and then just be like, yeah, whatever.
Deal with it.
Yeah, which is interesting. I really would love to know what the rationale behind it was. I mean, like, Patsy brings up an interesting point in that it might have actually had to do with, like, they intended to sell toys of the boys, like, boys show villains, and they were less interested in selling toys of the girl show villains, and therefore they want to make the boys show villains a little bit more kid-friendly so that the kids would want to own them and not own something that made them terrified. But I don't know, maybe. Inspector Claw is kind of creepy, but then again, like, he kind of fits into that thing of they weren't really trying to sell Doc Claw toys. He's just
well, you also have to remember too with the boy shows at the time too. It was generally like siblings, like sisters, would come and watch the boy shows with the young boy.
Well, yes, but that doesn't really explain why the girl shows would have horrifying villains. And not the boy shows, because, like... Yeah, it's...
There it is. Now I'm back.
Okay, do you have that set up?
It's slowly loading.
Slowly.
Well, it's live stream Procaster, so it's going a little bit...
Okay, well, as soon as it goes, just turn that sucker on. It should bump me and put you on instead. I believe. I think that's how that works.
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Pop it up, Inspector Gadget.
I clicked on go live, see what happens. No one knows that.
Go, Gadget, go. Come aboard the sea ponies, they'll take you to a magical realm. Alright, I'm actually just very briefly end the stream. So that Cabral can log in and so I can save this so we don't end up accidentally losing it if like it goes a little wonky if one person bumps another person. So we'll see you guys in like a minute or two at most. See you soon.